Just going to start gloves and sword. We're not actually going to hit each other yet. We're going to start with the approach. One of the things mentioned was do odd stances, especially in low guards.
Yeah.
So I have this force tube.
That's here. Yeah. Do the reverse stance.
This is actually middle force tube.
Oh, okay.
It is a reverse stance force tube. Still right leg forward. But what this really allows you to do is start to cheat
On that line.
around the leg, and also I'm going to be doing the same thing from here, which is that cut up. But from over here, I can continue on that way. I can break back this way. It makes my offline movements more exaggerated. And it gives people pause. When we're here, you know how far we are from each other.
Yeah. I feel like you were farther away than you actually are. Is that great?
Yep. And it's just that turn with that step, or passing step, and keep that covered.
Again, it's like those deceptive, like, turn the body turn, just like do it.
Yep. It's just creating space, despite the fact that we are still
Yeah.
right in that range. So all those weird body positions are usually just to throw off calibration. And it's to get people to pause and think. Because from here, oh, I'm used to this. I can do something from here. From here, okay. There's an opening, I know how to deal with this. There's an opening, but I feel like this is a trap. And it is. But it also might not be.
You're leaning into that psychology of putting them on the defensive.
It's like a chess game,
Yeah.
setting up a move. Now, I set up this trap. You don't have to take the trap.
Yeah.
You can activate the trap. You can ignore the trap. You can just start moving that way and resettle so that I'm going to have to deal with the fact that you're coming around the backside, which might be just coming up here. Throw that left. The problem with doing odd things is that if the other person doesn't know how to deal with them, you don't know how they're going to act or react. With safe things, you know the number of things they're going to do is, in this range. Because, you have the right thing. You have good things, less good things, odd things that you'll only encounter if it's somebody new who doesn't know what they're doing, so they're going to come out of left field. They're really, really good at what they're doing and can pull off something that's going to work really well. They're going to attempt something that they won't have already been able to do. Work. No clue what to do, so just thoughts squares.
Yes, that's weird. Okay.
So the more common,
Experience.
the more common places that they're in,
Yeah.
the more common actions you're going to encounter.
I mean, you way more in a scenario where you're against an experienced opponent and you do something odd to throw them out of their comfort zone.
Yep. It is good. Like, throwing something weird
Yeah.
isn't a bad thing. As long as you practice it, have a back plan, and are still using all of the component pieces of fencing: distance, measure, timing, approach, angle, cutting to an opening, or engaging with the blade, blah, 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 blah. All the stuff that we should be doing anyway still counts when you do something weird, or when you encounter something weird. All right. I feel like this has been a very vague Yoda-ish type of lesson.
Yeah. Like, dude, you're telling me to lift the X-plane, the X-wing, and I'm like, okay. I can kind of see what you're saying. I mean, okay, so conceptually, I understand what you're saying. If you're not, it's just another, it's a different opening you can do that adds in a different flavor, a different thing in your toolbox. That if you want to do this instead of this throws off your opponent who's normally likes to start here. And, yeah, it makes sense.
All right. Let's put on the mask. Not because we're going particularly hard or trying to see each other, but because we are going to work on this opening, we are going to work on this approach. And because I have video proof of this, I want to have the masks on.
Yeah.
Because what we're doing is essentially no gear slow sparring.
Yeah. Zach and I are talking about doing this, but only if we felt like comfortable. Like, I would only do this with people I feel comfortable with, you, Brian, Zach.
I only do this with people I feel comfortable with, people that I feel can control themselves. And do this with people I feel comfortable with. Minus the mask. Like, I've done slow speed sparring with Connor Kempcowell and Dan Halliday and a small handful of other people. And it's very interesting how things change. But just the approach. Well, not just the approach. Looking for opening, creating opening, and trying these different movements.
You just went straight in. If you go in, you could.
Bring your hands farther out.
So when you go this thing? Okay, so up here.
Because that gets your point on the line.
Yeah, so. I can see, I gotta practice work with it, but I know what you're saying, because you want to have it out here to guard from the opponent's blade, because you can keep your blade from your opponent. And then it's just a matter of getting the right angle so that I can just step in and not have that happen.
Yep.
I mean, I guess that would work if you had not moved to the ground. got the thumb.
Good.
Did you grab that? Did you learn anything from grab it?
No, I got
Oh, okay.
right there.
Oh, it felt like you had it. That's something I have to, if I feel like I get hit in the glove, I kind of like stop. I have to work on just going until I get caught the ball.
Nope. All right. So the quick review what we did. What do you feel like you noticed about either your movement or my movement?
So I was really focused on what I was doing, but I noticed a couple things that when we were going and we were moving around, it made got some really good openings that you didn't have to make another action to take a position. You were already in position, you can just take a step forward, which is nice because another reason why those odd openings are nice because it just makes your job a little more efficient, I guess, to say. A little easier to make that passing step in.
Yeah. I like to describe it as revealing an opening. So, like, you have this opportunity to create an opening or take an opening. But sometimes you can reveal an opening with movement.
It sounds like a pretty basic question,
Yeah.
but maybe my mind doesn't work fast enough. But when you're approaching a situation, how do you determine, say avoiding, you're looking to bind with a sword, you're looking for an opening.
Yep.
So if somebody's standing like this, where would you go for to attack, right? You want to go for the right side because your blade is blocking the left side. And
Here's the fun bit about this. What is actually cut off by the position of my blade?
your lower left and your upper right. From just the way it looks, I mean, aside from the way you move it, the lower right and the upper left seem open.
Yeah, that's exactly it. So this is the idea of looking forward, looking at the openings.
Okay.
So when someone's standing like this, now we know this is a trap.
Mm-hmm.
You go for here, oh, this is a real simple cover. You go for here, oh, then you can move out of the way. I mean, really my lower right opening, I'm not necessarily going to go for the body.
Just put a pin and blade out of the
I'm
way.
going to get contact with the blade here.
And you just have to end up in that position.
And I happen to have a spot that I'm creating an opening that I can then attack through. So that's the...
I feel like I get in my mind too much, is that when I'm entering into a fight, like, okay, before any exchanges happen, if they're in this guard, and then I start rattling off the things that they can do, and the openings I'm looking for, and by that time,
big move.
yes.
There is a fantastic fencer out there, Mackenzie Ewing, who
Just constantly going.
he's constantly moving as he's moving in and around. So he's not waiting in any guard for you to go, oh, this is where he's at, this is my plan. Oh, this is where he's moving, so this is my plan. And it's this constant motion. But the thing with constant motion is he's constantly in a spot where he can do something. Or he's moving through where he can do something. Usually at good range and measure.
Yeah.
Again, it gets super complicated when you try to put everything together. But it's a way to be safe. It's going from guard to guard, through motion that is safe actions. A lot like the assault table. It's not a surprise he's a student of Meyer.
Yeah. I was just thinking that, I was literally thinking of the 4-corner drill, the 4-square drill. Like, oh, he's probably just going to do that.
That's what we'll do. So, creating an opening. You're standing in a specific way. Then create an opening so that can be pretty simple. You're an iron gate. Looking forward. Is that on the point off to the side of this? So, there is an opening that I'm going to take. Now, again, it's obviously a trap because it's going to come up, blah, blah, blah. But there's nothing actually in my way from going for this, and there's going to be a time element. So I might be able to get the timing right.
So if you know you're faster and I'm in this position, just go for it, right?
Yeah. That being said, if my timing is slower, or you take the initiative, you're gonna get it all right. So it's so this is attacking an opening, that was making an opening. So this movement offline is revealing openings. So like if you're in flute or whatever, so I'm here, if I'm coming here,
You have that opening.
all of a sudden, that's so much
A little, you have.
closer.
I mean, you still know that, like.
I still know what you're gonna go for.
Yeah, if I was an experienced fighter, you know, I would like either like here or.
But if you do that,
Yeah.
it gives me that disengage, that opportunity.
Okay.
So that's that revealing an opening. So you can create an opening, you can take an opening, and you can reveal an opening. And these are all parts of that approach. Like, honestly, it is a totally valid thing to come here and then just throw this gun to start the action. Because something's going to happen. You know, I'm going to do this cut with this step. Something's going to happen. If I do this too close, I might hit you and nobody's going to see it. I might do it slightly too slow. You might have already started an action and you get a single time counter. Or you try to cut it at me too. We found here, we clash, and we now come up here. Totally valid thing, totally something that happens. The approach is going to give us an opportunity to do it in such a way that we're going to have a good place to be.
I guess this comes with practice, but how much you rely on pre-plan coming into the fight, of knowing what you want to do for the first exchange, and how much you rely on the context of the fight as you're in the fight.
That really depends on my headspace. I'm not gonna lie. I've been in fights where it's like, I'm gonna be doing this thing. And then I've been in fights where it's, I want to see what you're doing and respond appropriately to what you do, how you fence, how you fight. This actually gets very similar to a conversation we were having. Yeah, Master Gloves. On Twitch earlier today. The bearing you have when you come into a fight, or come into an altercation, greatly determines how that altercation is going to build out, work out, escalate, de-escalate. I'm going to try to mess with my posture a little bit this time. Slowish speed sparring. Maybe mostly for masks, cuffs. Light hits the bottom to the arms, body.
I probably only aim for the head.
Yep.
Woo! Nice. And there's the pitfall if you're going against somebody who knows the odd openings.
So what did I just do there?
I'm trying to just, so, you saw the opening that so I was trying to reveal an opening, like in this odd stance, where by so revealing my upper body, which you just took advantage of by superior speed. Right? You took the timing and the tempo and...
I took the tempo, but I also created a section with my body. So, over here, did you see me scrunch like this?
I didn't notice it.
Because there was this, alright, and I'm going to scrunch in.
Oh, okay, yeah. You're doing that now, yeah. I vaguely remember you just doing that.
And then I was like, oh, that opening is right there. Let me stand up out of this.
Okay. Yeah.
So, with posture, bold and audacious you stand, or weak you stand, creates, again, these psychological things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
When I'm timid like this, especially if I'm here like this,
You don't expect that.
I'm in a small spot. And there are some people who, they're in a spot because they are very uncertain. So if I'm fencing, and I'm very uncertain, my posture is going to be closing up. When somebody does that, like, bad posture is also bad mechanics. So if I'm here like this, take advantage of it. For one of two reasons. One, if they are creating this bad posture because of timid, take advantage of it. Be audacious. If they're creating this small posture because they're laying a trap, the sooner you go for it, the more you can offset that trap. And this is a bad position to be. So if you start to push me off,
You have a tough time pushing back.
yeah.
Alright. Makes sense.
Good.
I'm moving too fast.
No, because we're not setting a specific speed.
Yeah.
It's casual, slow sparring.
I don't think mine was the quality, so I think you would have gotten that. You pushed my head off.
So,
Yeah. Oh, hey, look at that.
that's why your distance is completely off. I'm
Yeah.
fencing with the longer sword tonight.
How does it feel being able to, like, you want to get so close?
It feels really mean. I'm going to be honest. It feels really, really mean that I got the extra 3 or 4 inches to reach out and touch someone. How does that feel? Having sparred each other a few times. Me having switched to a longer sword.
Well, I could already tell, like, you're thrusting a lot more from a longer distance. You feel more comfortable just standing back and going in like that.
Yep.
I'm not used to you doing that. I'm used to you making another action at you before you get into that position. So, I just have to adjust my game plan. Whatever the hell that's going to be. Whoa! Okay. Yeah, see, that's...
So, again, this sword, if I'm using this sword, I can do things I can't do with my other sword.
Mhm.
And grab the other sword. Go.
still had that.
but I was here. So, like, you would have hit me if I was using this.
Yeah.
Because I had to aim for a slightly lower line.
Okay, I think I know what I have to do now. Go back to the long one. I'm getting up on that.
Good. That was bad. Bad targeting on my part.
And that's what my part went way low. I missed the shut up. Alright.
Good. Going a little energetically, I apologize.
You good? Hey, I'm good. I'm at your speed. I've been doing the false edge cuts. I did that a lot Saturday. I feel like not a lot of people like expect that up.
It works.
No. Okay, I'm gonna get this shredded one day.
One more. Then I'll short the same shoulder.
I think you got me. I think you hit me. I can't tell.
That was either the wrists or the heads.
Yeah, I think you got me.
Wrists or the head. Alright.
Well, we definitely went fast. Which, hey,
Yeah.
for the record, I'm okay with.
We matched.
Yeah.
We still had control. We never.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, how's Becca doing?
She's doing well.
Did Boo's damage at all?
A little bit of a bruise. Nothing terrible. Nothing she's holding against me.
Well,
So,
it is Sushi Wednesday, Johnny. Yeah, I definitely felt like no matter what I did, you using the longer sword, no matter what I did, I knew I was setting up myself. That's the only way, aside from a few exceptions, that I was going to get into range, be able to land a point and hit
yeah.
without getting hit.
So that's. When you have two swords of fairly equal length, they're not that far apart from each other. They are an inch. Hardly anything.
Yeah.
Do you know what an 8 index is?
I know that one.
Yeah.
On negative 8 index.
Do you know what your 8 index is?
-2?
I'm +3.
Oh, okay, nice.
So this means that even though you're like an inch, I'm going to say about an inch taller than me,
Okay, sure.
I'm 5'10".
5'9" quarters, okay. 5'10".
So, same height, similar swords,
You have a
longer reach.
Yeah.
This means that in order to deal with a longer reach, you have to deal with the sword earlier.
Yeah.
Very similar to how I fence when I'm using this sword. Like if you're going real slow, I'm going to deal with the sword to create an opportunity.
That is a good idea. If I'm in that position, right, so I'm going in and is that me here or here? This
is work or
This is work, okay. So I would just.
because this is a cut around.
Yeah, so just cut around, I would have to just.
Yep.
Kind of do some stuff.
Actually, so
I know this is a
we're going to come
tangent.
to things to do Vincent's workout in a little bit because it's actually it's important for us to talk about because it's actually one of the things I had done to you. When you had done this thing,
Yeah.
Bob,
You just kind of, you went down and yeah. And that's what
which is actually one of the canonical counters to the second counter for the workout.
So you have the shorter blade, but since you have such a long ape index, it's almost balanced out to somebody who has, similar height but a longer sword. Because you can have like that, you still have that long reach.
I mean, I'm not entirely making up for it because
Well,
it is like 5-6 inches.
But it's deceptive, right?
It is deceptive. It is very deceptive because this is just going to be really fast, really quick,
Yeah. Okay.
while still being very stable in the mind. Like, have you done Olympic fencing? Are you familiar?
I'm familiar with it. I took a class in college, but I'm dedicated not to it.
So the foil has edges that give it some structure and some strength. And motion actually helps to create some of that strength as well. So, one of the ways that I can be strong and hit all line is actually that flicking motion. And then follow through.
Yeah.
This is very susceptible to distance and timing though. So if I'm able to create this motion,
If you're not close enough.
if I'm not close enough, you're going to come back, and then I have to come back around and I can't rely on it to just land. But if I'm at the right distance with motion, that allows me to get that thrusting. So why don't you try doing that? Don't push it so much,
Just
as put it down.
So. I'm flicking too hard. Now I'm not flicking hard enough. It's such a delicate thing that you have to yeah, so you kind of raise up, lower, flick, or you just.
It's because I'm starting that step.
Okay. Oh, okay. So that's
Now I'm also greatly exaggerating this by coming up on my toe as I'm
yeah.
also want to control.
Obviously, yeah. I understand that.
But this flick, it's that left hand, just up. Actually, think of it, a bottom on top.
Okay.
It's not going to feel super powerful, but yeah.
Okay. It really is dependent on your step as well. So you don't throw your body into it. Yeah. I get what you're saying.
And of course, there's lots of bits to this. I need to create this opportunity, this push-pull, to really have a, oh, you're starting to push into this. I'm going to flick down.
Yeah. Okay.
So create that little bit of push-pull.
I thought that it's a little bit better. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the step. And you gotta get that pendulum swing before you can
Yeah.
kick it hard to the left. Or kick it hard to the side. Okay. Yeah, I guess that's just another play with the sword when you're coming down, like say, coming down from the sword, you knock this guy and you
Yep.
okay. Alright.
Yeah, it's fun. It's interesting. It's
Yeah,
like,
it's like little like advanced little like small things that you learn. Like it's not even that complicated, but you don't know when you start. Like you just like
yeah, and like that feeling that we got from that line, like,
yeah, you only have to have doing this for so long.
something that I'm realizing that I'm doing, because this is again part of thrusting and targeting practice. When I'm making this action, I'm setting up
To aim
for that target.
But you want to aim for like
No,
center line.
I
Oh, you want
there.
you want to aim for here. Okay.
Because what happens if I, and you're a little strong this time,
And you
I
still
now
that
have-
whole reach you can. Ah, okay. So if I'm going here, then.
yeah,
Okay.
and you're pushing into the bind,
Mm-hmm.
which is going to cause me to do something.
So if you go here, and then you flip out. If I'm,
And if I really
Yeah.
push like that,
I don't know.
then you have that cut around.
But then, I mean, if I was actually like committing to an actual thrust,
Yeah, you're
then I
likely to
yeah.
land it
If it was in a
somewhere.
spar and I was going for it, then I would have that whole breadth of chest to have that space. Okay.
And this also gets into our four distances, the interacting with the sword, thrust, cut, slice. I'm interacting with the sword. Oh, I missed this thrust. I now have this opportunity to cut, because I no longer have the thrust available. Cut. Now, going up here. Oh, this has failed.
Slice. Yeah, so slices are interchangeable.
Slice and trap will be getting into it.
Is that in Fury, does he interchange that? Like, does he talk about that? I know it's about the camp, but like, I feel like if you're in that opportunity where you can slice, you must be within Shredder's range, right?
Not necessarily. So the hand's broken. So, you know, I get the hand up high and you get here.
Yeah, and then push down.
Yeah. That's a slice.
Oh, okay. So my idea of a slice is just, no idea of a slice is just slice down. But you can, if you have here and then just here, it's a slice.
Yeah.
Okay.
The other thing could be like landing this here and you know, you're here. That's a slice. It gets pedantic at a certain point, talking about thrusts and cuts and slices and cracking and blah, 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 blah. It gets a little pedantic. But broad strokes, interact with the sword, get a stab, get a cut, get a slice, or grapple. But they're not necessarily mutually exclusive. Like, the duplier here, staying on your sword and cutting around, is a cut. Or, if you turn to get a stab. There is a little bit of overlap between, oh, I can stab you up and cut you. I can cut you in the head, or I can come all the way down and stab you up.
It's like concentric
Because
circles.
I'm creating more space. Hit. But here, I now have plenty of space for that stab. Because of body positioning and all that stuff.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, it gets really pedantic very quickly, and people will argue ad nauseum, so they are nauseous, or you're nauseous about exactly how it all works. So, questions, comments?
Questions? No. Comments? No, not really. I'll think about it.
All right. go ahead and put the jackets on.
Any speed, low speed?
Moderate speed.
Oh, that's good. Okay.
Nothing crazy, nothing.
No. Go for hands.
Good.
Not as flat.
Yeah.
You got it in the hands.
Yeah, I think that was flat.
Oh, was it? Okay.
It wasn't great edge alignment. It might have cut yet, but
Slice there. Oh, no, just keep going. Ah, got me the other hand. Nice. I think did it get caught underneath?
yeah.
Yeah, I think I would have had it if it didn't get caught underneath.
Your hands again?
Oh no, yeah, I'm fine. I'm just saying that there.
Good.
Okay. You want to just do continuous scoring?
Sure.
We'll just take slow. I mean, I'm gonna say speed, but like, I guess we are doing kind of continuous scoring.
Good.
Okay, you want to do that?
What's up? One more.
Okay. Ah, nice.
On that last one, you got me with that one-handed clap?
Yeah, but you had a better cut. I fell after though.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right. Did you have fun?
It's 9 o'clock already.
No.
Oh yeah. I always have fun with fencing.
No, I'm just signaling that you're going to talk about that lesson I want to get back to. Because we were talking about the zwerch-hau.
Mm-hmm.
Zwerch-hau counters in the dark from the day. And all hews which will be hewn down from above, and perform the zwerch-hau like this. When you approach him with it, stand on the left foot forward, and on your sword on the right shoulder. He then stands against you and holds the sword up, extended arms high over the head, and then I see you and from above to you. You come before him with the hew, and jump with the right foot, roll onto your right side against him. And so that your thumb comes from below and strike him with the short edge to his, against his left side to the head. Asterisk here. To the head does not mean hitting the head, because this is in someone's face, not this. So cutting to the head does not necessarily mean I'm hitting so much as I'm targeting for this line, this angle, this getting my sword between me and the other person.
So you're kind of expecting that nice sword out of block, right?
To get blocked or to counter the sword or something. In RDO. In Meyer, that first zwerch is intended to hit. And that first zwerch can hit if they come in and don't.
So how's that work on structure style? Like you have a, if you went a zwerch to the side of the head, isn't it more powerful than onto the head? This side?
It can be, but max is a huge thing.
Okay.
The zwerch-hau, you know, gets that. Pommel.
Okay, yeah, I see what you're saying. It's a great example with that zwerch hau. You're dispersing the force with the large blade as opposed to a single point.
Concentrated with everything behind it.
Yeah. Okay.
When I'm hitting with this workout, I'm hitting on this axis, but it's really just this mass that's hitting as compared to that.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Like, okay, yeah, there's force, but it's not necessarily.
Yeah, it's dispersed rather than concentrated.
Yeah. It's more likely to cause contusion than a concussion. Or if he comes before with his hew down from above sooner than you, jump right away from the hew well onto your right side with the previous direct attack. You can catch his hew when you cross guard and strike him with the ladder onto the side of it. Wow. That's the first part of the zwerch-hau. It takes what comes with it. Here, note the counters against the zwerch-hau. It immediately goes into the counters. But first, let's demonstrate how this is supposed to work. We don't need to do massive blows. Basically, if you're here, even here, supposed to be on, bomb top, whatever.
So left foot forward, and then jump to the
Right.
right. Does it work out?
Well, tip comes is up, and then this is the motion.
So you want to make that move, right?
Yep.
To get that where you want to be.
Now, I'm multi-lazy. This is planning. This is stepping or leaping greatly out to the right.
Here or out more?
A little out more.
So like,
Yep. So what it's doing is creating a barrier. And even if I chase after you, that motion is coming here. And if I had stepped in, you could get the ear, the cheek, the mouth. If not, if I'm weak,
on, if you're strong,
then cut around. Super simple idea, right? So simple. RDL doesn't even talk about the follow-up until he gives you the counters first. You stand against him with the guard of the day, hew it artfully above to his head. If he jumps away, he needs to come a little before the level with the sword out and strikes you with it to the left side of the head. Fall upon his sword with the long edge. Basically,
and then
if you're coming with that work, fall on top. Cut down on top of the blade. action there, and then it gives me things that I can do from the zwerch-hau section.
Yeah.
It doesn't tell me to do the stuff in the zwerch-hau section, just assumes I'm getting bigger context clues.
You're in on the zwerch-hau section. You're in zwerch-hau.
You're in zwerch-hau, you should have already done the zwerch-hau. Then he strikes around again with the lateral to the other side. You come indent before, also with the lateral, forward and in front under his sword at the neck. So he strikes himself with your sword. So
Make the fixed motion.
and he tries to cut around. I'm doing this so that when you cut into it,
Yeah. And like on top of your blade and you just.
and it's just gonna cut more into it.
Okay.
So the first one is just cut down on top and then do the stuff from the zwerch-hau section. You know, zwerch-hau on top of the zwerch-hau. Second is if they start to cut around, try to get under
Okay.
with a counter strike. Nope.
Cool. Makes sense. So roll up.
When you have bound the fencer to his sword, it then strikes around from the sword to the lateral. With the sword to the other side, fall to him with the long edge onto his hand or onto the arms and press his arms from you with the sword with the slice, and then strike out with the slice, the arms.
Is that the one you taught me?
Yeah,
That's what it sounded like.
yeah, it is. And he doesn't name it until the Hofstücke later, when called the pendulum, this is how you do it. But it's basically like, if I cut this, and you,
And I cut down. What do you want
and
me to do? You go for cut
I'm
around.
going to cut around,
That's when I step in.
yup. Yeah.
I like that one. I love the way they did it. Like that'd be cool.
It's just such a,
It's a cool move.
it's gonna come up, you're gonna have the opportunity to that. Then he goes and counters to that arm slice.
Mhm.
We're gonna skip that now, it's not that important. In the next section, it talks about what to follow up with the zwerch-hau. And it's basically, and you're gonna get a chance to try this. I cut here, and I've done this.
Yeah. You want me to take it?
Yeah, it's fine, that's fine, because that is a possibility. This is a duplication theory. This is one duplication. There's also this thing, which is, no, I've cut here. I'm coming up to lay it on the other side.
When you bring that point, so you lay that first workout, you bring that point back. You want that on like chest high, right? So you block that downward bend. Sorry. Downward bend. Alright. That's cool. I haven't thought about that.
Yeah. Here, I'll. Like that.
Okay. And then you push up against it.
Yep.
Okay. And I practice through it again.
Yeah.
I'm not never do it that.
Not so far on that rotation.
So if I'm here,
So I am
okay, still with the flat.
cutting the side of my head.
Okay.
You're not cutting the shoulder, you're cutting the head. There it is.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm doing that. I'm just doing action rotation.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow, that makes it a lot easier. Did you just go on?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, that makes it easier. Because I always have a problem doing the thing, because I always Imagine you have to do like a whole.
A full
Yeah.
turn.
Yeah. Okay. So just like a half turn. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, even like the zwerch-hau turn, if you push me off to the side, it's just a half turn.
It looks like it looks more on the opposite end of it.
Oh yeah.
So zwerch-hau.
Yep.
Turn in my head the whole time. Cool. Thank you for illuminating on that.
Yep.
Yeah. Poor project.
Oh, it's gonna happen. I'm figuring that I will have to redo this.
Every couple months.
Yeah.
At least the other ones are holding up well.
So yeah, that's worked out.
So now I know what to do when Zach starts to work out. Just
Yeah. So the thing that we didn't quite get to, there's, what the hell do they call it? Ignore this now, because it talks about doing his workouts at 4 openings, so upper right, upper left, lower right, lower left, blah, blah, blah. And then there's something called the failure. And the thing with the failure, and this is where you get this work copy from. Because the failure is going bop, bop,
what if somebody
and
comes in?
throwing that second one before that first one is landed, basically making that first one faint.
Okay.
And there's a bit where, just do this thing back and forth, high to low, blah, 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 blah. Does it work? Yes. Is it necessarily foolproof? No. Because one of the counters to the failure. So if you cut, and you cut around immediately, one of the counters is literally
What you did to me was just
cut straight back through it.
Okay. After the shots, you just go forward. And even if you miss, you're going for this workout, you're in that area where that's work that helicopter is going to work because you're not cutting range.
I mean, chances are you're getting closer as you're doing this.
Yeah.
But that cut down, like even if I don't lend it,
Yeah.
where are you gonna go? Because it,
If I go around, you have my entire plate.
Yeah.
Okay. So just a quick review, the first counter is just the long edge.
yep.
Then you go around, do the next one. Get it.
Yep.
So I do that. Do that.
Cut around to the
Okay, so.
yeah.
Laying on the neck, or is it good to each plate?
I mean, the higher up you get it under my blade,
Yeah.
the safer you're gonna be.
Okay.
Because especially you can get here and now start to step out that way. Like I'm not.
You're not. Can't get that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the third is if I try to do that,
And then it's,
come straight down.
straight down there.
Yep.
Okay. It's just the first counter, but with on the opposite side, it's just a little more, and it's different aim,
And it's
different,
straight in
yeah.
rather than go for the blade.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Easy to remember, because you're just shifting target.
Yep. There aren't that many gross mechanical movements, and a lot of it is just body positioning. That just makes sense to me.
Well, it's like with combat, well, it's like with martial arts, there's only so, or like grappling, there's only so many ways you can throw a body.
Yeah.
There's so many ways you can grapple something.
Yep. Cool. All right. So, any questions about this workout? Besides the fact that you just want to do a lot more work with it.
Yeah, no, what's the best, so if you're looking towards a zwerch-hau, are you looking for an initiating action, or are you looking for a follow-up action?
This depends on what I'm fencing. Most of, well, I say that, but in actuality, I don't generally do.
So, yeah, I don't see you do a lot of, You do them as on.
I'll throw it,
Yeah.
but it's mostly just to start getting you offline,
Yeah.
so I can cut back around.
Mhm.
Or occasionally I'll try to step through and create that thrust and opportunity, but I don't use this zwerch-hau a lot. Actually, I'm not sure if you noticed, but I started to
Yeah, the crump out. I saw you do that the one time.
get a few crump out,
Yeah.
especially
You started doing the crump out one time.
because I knew you were very thrust focused, so I was like, let me just get this out of the way and create this opportunity. I'd say probably throw this workout to create movement to my right.
So you're using it more as an initiating action instead of like throwing a dead day, throwing my go here and then.
Yep.
Okay.
I mean, there are definitely times where
Both are.
I'll be here, and I'll throw the left swerve. Just because, I can be here, if I create this motion, you put me in a line, I'm right there, and I can get my blade between
Yeah.
your blade and me.
Yeah.
If we jump to the end of our they talk about speaking window. Speaking window is long point, with the idea that we're using it to talk.
Yeah.
So if I'm here, I can create this opportunity to shield how in. I could miss my Zorn, but Zorn or could start winding to create this opportunity.
What was the difference between a shield house and a zone or?
So the shield house is switching to the short edge.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
And it's doing the long edge.
Is the Zorn.
It's the same thing. I know it's not the same.
They're both pendentes.
Yeah. It's more like the calendar.
Yeah.
Stop naming it.
This from the guy who studies Norotso. Literally names everything.
Yeah, okay. Touche.
No, so in the speaking window, you should be able to feel opportunities to do all of the all of the actions. Speaking window is having a conversation sword to sword, and you're looking for that opening, using the German word index, or meanwhile, or during these actions, and going, oh, hey, this opening reminds me of a window. And I'm just going, oh, I can do that. I can do this. Or, oh, hey. Creating these opportunities. Now, obviously, a longer story would have
Different opportunities.
an opportunity. So if you can start this conversation, move far away.